Shout out to the family, man. Welcome to the Black Coffee Club, hosted by yours truly, Junior the Truth, man. The most intentional morning circle on the planet. Thank you all so much, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all, man, and that's real. If I had a million tongues, I'd be able to do a whole lot of shit, and if I had a million tongues, I'd be able to do a whole lot of shit better too. Don't leave that out. But man, if I had a million tongues, what I wouldn't be able to do is to tell you how much I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all, man. I am indeed your host, Junior the Truth. You can follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth. It's Junior the Truth, excuse me. That's JUNIORTHETRUTH. And that's over all the social media platforms, man, each and every one. But if you're really looking for me, you can come over to the hub, www.juniorthetruth.com, man. Yeah, that's www.juniorthetruth.com, man. Dad said, man, I tried to do the best I could. I'm over here fighting back tears, man. I ain't even finna sit here and play with y'all. Today is, I know it seemed like, it's Trouble Man Tuesday, and it seemed like it's finna be a harsh, and it might be harsh to some folks because it's real. And in 2026, man, people have a hard time dealing with reality. You feel me? Reality is harsh to a lot of people. But I'm gonna say this, man. This is, and I mean this with all due respect. We are in a place in the world right now where it is not, you can't be soft. Like you can, man, listen to me. We are not in a space in the world for you to be soft. I don't know who need to hear that. I don't know who need to receive that, but we are not in a space in history for you to be soft. Like we are not, man. Dirt Game Boss. We are not in a space in history for you to be soft, for you to be passive, for you to be. We are not in a place in the world or in a place in history for you to just be lethargic. You understand what I'm saying? Like this ain't that time. This ain't that time. This is. We are in a place in history where you have to be urgent. You feel me? You have to be urgent and you have to be intentional. You understand what I'm saying? The kid said, I'm trying to be soft. I'm trying to be soft. You gotta put that soft on pause, baby. You gotta put that soft on pause, man, because we just not in that place, man. We're not in that place. We are in a place right now where you have to be intentional, you have to be direct, you have to be you can't let people handle you any kind of way. You got to shoot it straight with folks. You got to call folks on their bullshit. Like you literally have to, that's the place where we are in the world right now. You understand what I'm saying? You can't let people play with you, because what happens is when we get in these spaces, right? Something about human nature it becomes, people start to eat themselves. If this makes any sense. And so we're in that space where things are shaping up and there's a huge level of uncertainty, and people are turning into straight savage. Straight savage. And this is not the time to play around, man. Yeah. This ain't the time. This ain't the time. Yeah, it ain't the time. I I've been on some. Hey man, I've been, and it is something taking place with me, man, in the spiritual realm, because I've been letting people have it. Kids said it's my time to shine. I've been letting people have it. Like where the infraction is taking place is where the infraction is going to be addressed. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, uh, um, yeah, man. I've been putting down cold demonstrations, and I realized this is something I realized. I probably should come on camera for this. This is something I realized though. Do you understand that there are people in the world that are habitual line steppers and habitual boundary pushers, and that's just what they do, and they do things fully aware of what it is that they're doing. They do the shit fully aware of what they're doing, right? And they do it to see if they're going to be caught on their bullshit. You feel me? Like that's where we are in the world. So you could be standing in line. I was in Publix the other day. Might have told this story. I ain't sure. I've told it a couple times. I'm standing in line at Publix. I go to get my. I'm working, so I had a delivery down by Publix. We have one Publix in my area. It's in Kentucky. It's in northern Kentucky. Down 75. So I'm down there. I got a delivery. So I go to Publix because I'm getting ready to go get my pub sub and my plantain chips. That's law. You feel me? And I'm standing in line, right? And this white lady just was pushing her buggy, and she literally cut her buggy in front of me while I'm standing there. I'm next in line. She's walking by, and she looks at me, looked me dead in my face, and cut her buggy in front of me and got in front of me in line. You feel me? So now I'm gonna be honest with you all. I have been in spaces in my life where I wouldn't have said nothing. Then I've been in spaces in my life where I would have made a decision as to if I would have said something or whatever the case may be. Might have said something, might have let her go anyway. Just, you feel me? Like just being at peace with myself and laughing at people's ignorance and whatever the case may be. I'm not in that space right now in my life because I realize this is not a time in history for you to allow people to play with you. You feel me? We not King Vonnie. We not in a time in history right now for you to allow people to play with you. You got to put down cold demonstrations. And I stopped her. So, whoa. You just sat here and looked me in my face, lady. Then she said, oh, I'm sorry. You know, that whole shit. Get your ass behind me. You feel me? So then she got behind me and was trying to make small talk and stuff. And I didn't utter a word. I didn't say nothing to her. And then I turned so that, because I don't like people behind me. So I turned and put my back like to the candy while I'm standing in line. I was going in the first watch the other day. And I got my family with me. I got my tribe. And so we going in the first watch. And this lady was getting out of her car. And she did the hurry up and get to the door thing before us. You understand what I'm saying? And so she goes to the door and she opens the door and then she walks in, but she doesn't do the hold the door open. So she let the door shut on my tribe because they in front of me. You feel me? My wife, my children in front of me. And I look and I'm like, and I literally yelled, I said, damn, ho. And then when she got to the next door, she stopped and she held the next door open. And then she apologized, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm on the phone and blah, blah, blah. And then I got to her and I held the door for her, like, man, go ahead on. Take your ass inside. It was like dirt game. That damn hoe snapped her out her shit. Like, damn hoe, what is we doing? Man, you can, like, you sit here and you know that we're here. And you know that we here because you ran to the door before us. You feel me? Yeah. You ran to the door and ushered yourself in, and you didn't have it ain't even situational awareness because you were completely aware of the situation. You didn't have the consideration to hold the door open for us. So now I'm trying to figure out why. You understand what I'm saying? What is it about me? And I'm talking about me. What is it about me that would allow you to believe that you could just slam the door in my motherfucking face? You can just shut the door on my kid's head. You feel me? And it ain't gonna be some sort of exchange betwixt us. You feel me? And all it took was that damn hoe. I see you. And I'm telling you, when people bring you bullshit, we are in the space in the world where you have to courageously speak to that. You got to speak to that. Because if you don't, they're going to dump bullshit on you and people going to they're going to give you their ass to kiss and they're going to try to run it on you. You feel me? You got to stop. You got to stop it. We are not in that place in the world for you to be accepting people's shit. Like I'm not accepting just any old thing you give me. You feel me? It's over with. You're gonna have to come correct. You're gonna have to give me the same level of respect and consideration that I'm giving you, or I'ma dance on your motherfucking ass. Sorry for cursing. But that's where we are in the world right now. You understand what I'm saying? There's no more time to be playing around. You understand what I'm saying? No more time to no arguing with fools, no none of that. People violate, you demonstrate, and then you keep that shit moving. Yeah. K underscore said, that's what we doing, is usually what I say. Kia said, okay, bruh. Now when I turn the fuck up, I don't want to hear no shit. Nah. Nah, 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 nah. This is where we at in the world, because people they gonna try it on your job, they gonna try it in the streets, they gonna try it in your family. You feel me? Like it's people who like, I realize that people like really don't know me at all. Like my family members, like, oh damn, like I didn't know. Like, nah, like I really, nah, man. No, 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 no. No, you got to go on down you gotta go on down the street with that weird shit. Yeah. Thriving Glow with Joe said, said folks trying to make me soft. Now I feel vindicated. Nah, Joe, this is not the soft. This is not the soft error, because it was a soft error. You remember, Joe? We remember when we could remember when the kids could play in the streets, and we could go and be in our neighborhoods, and you knew your neighbors by name, and you could go play in your neighbor's yard, and then you can go to this neighbor and go to that neighbor, and you could go there and you would get in trouble there, and the neighbors could correct you and then send you home and call your parents and tell your parents, hey, I just corrected Joe. Joe was down here striking matches like a motherfucker. You feel me? Like we were in that era. We're not in that era anymore. Now you got neighbors who you don't know. People live next door to each other for 20, 30 years, don't speak to one another. You feel me? Like people they have no respect no more. People don't respect your stuff no more. People throw cigarette butts out they window on your car. You understand what I'm saying? Like people just man, nah. People are bat shit crazy. You feel me? Bat shit crazy. And so this is not the time to be soft. This is not the time to be understanding. None of that. Now, this is not now that don't mean I'm not telling you to go out here and just be a jackass. I'm not saying that, because you still, at the end of the day, you still need to be a good person. You feel me? I'm a good person. I'm just not nice. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not nice. I'm a good person. I'm just not nice. You can't handle me any old kind of way. You can't say anything any old kind of way to me. This is not the time to be letting people do anything to you. You can't let people talk to you any old kind of way. You can't let people mishandle you. You understand what I'm saying? Because a huge part of this self-mastery thing that we talk about is you got to know your value. You understand what I'm saying? You have to absolutely know your value. You have to know. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to understand and know who you are. And you got to know and understand who you are to other people. You understand what I'm saying? Like to my kids, like I'm the real live black Superman. You feel me? Like I'm really, like daddy is it. Like I'm really the for real, when it come down to it, black Superman. So you can't just be handling me and talking to me any old kind of way. I'm from where I'm from, and I was raised by who I was raised by, bro. I got to have like there's standards associated with this. You got to know your value. And when someone talks to you or handles you less than your value, then you are absolutely obligated to address the situation and ultimately change the situation or remove yourself. Top of the day to y'all, man. Salute to you, family. I appreciate it. Boxing and Barbecue said, I just ignored. These motherfuckers just don't know better. They don't know I'll ruin their day and mine. So now I work on my patience. That's a beautiful thing, bro. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. I'm not there, bro. I used to be like, nah, man, I just ain't gonna let that shit ruin my peace and so on and so forth. Nah, I ain't like that, man. Recently, I realized, man, People know exactly what they're doing, bro. Like they know exactly what they're doing, and it's like a game of chicken. You feel me? It's like a game of chicken. Like it's the thrill. Like um, the thrill is in trying to figure out if you gonna say something with your black ass. You understand what I'm saying? And then ultimately, I'm in the space where it's now I'll say something, but then let's be clear, I stay fuck something up ready too. In my Gary Russell Jr. voice. Yeah, I stay fuck something up ready too. Like I'm certified dangerous as well. So I'm gonna say something and then the fight come with it ultimately if it got to be there. Yeah. Top of the day, man. Settle in, man. Let's get to work. We got work to do. We got work to do. Today's conversation is gonna be uncomfortable. Um, and it's gonna not because it's harsh, but because it's honest. And honesty has a way of pressing on places we'd rather protect. So when I come in here and we start having honest conversations, a lot of times we're pressing on things that we want to protect. It's that soft spot. It's a soft spot. Let me say something early. Accountability feels like shit. Accountability feels like shit sometimes, probably more times than not. Accountability feels like shit. And it's not because accountability is wrong, but it's because accountability exposes the things we'd rather ignore. It exposes the things we'd rather ignore. It shines the light on our habits. It shines the light on our decisions. You feel me? Ooh, yeah, it shines the light on them decisions. Like, yeah, sis, you just don't know how to pick men. You feel me? Hey, brother, you just like buckethead women. You feel me? Yeah, you just got a knack for these buckethead women, man. It's just what you like. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, nah, it shines the light on your decisions. It shines the light on your patterns. And most people don't resist accountability because they don't understand it. You feel me? Most people don't resist accountability because they don't understand it. I want to slow down right there. Most of us do not resist accountability because we don't understand it. Hopefully we can agree to that. We resist accountability because it challenges our ego. It challenges our ego. Boxing and Barbecue said it's hard for people to look in the mirror. You feel me? And it's hard for us to look in the mirror, to my brother's point, because we've already got this shit fixed in our head as to who we actually are and what we actually look like. And then that stuff that we fix in our head as to who we are and what we actually look like, that's what we've been trying to broadcast to the world, and that's what we've been trying to sell the world to. But when you look in the mirror's gonna tell you, nah, baby, that ain't really it. Nah. Yeah, people resist accountability because it challenges the ego, the badass ego. And my observation, I always got to give you my observation. Growth rarely feels comfortable in the moment. When you're growing, it never feels comfortable in the moment. In fact, I'm gonna say for myself, when I'm in my growth cycle, it's utter chaos. Salute to my brother Jared O'Leven Green. What's up with you, homie? Yeah. Kia said we resist accountability because it challenges our ego. Bars. You feel me? That she put that on the bar scale early. Salute to my sister Kia Allen, aka Nella the Great. Nah, man. Nah, man. Growth does not feel good in a moment. It's utter chaos. And we use comfort to protect our identity. Comfort naturally protects your identity, but growth is the shit that reshapes it. Growth is what reshapes your identity. Yeah. So I guess let me ask something right now before we even really get off into it. When was the last time accountability made you uncomfortable? When was the last time accountability made you uncomfortable? I had a little bout this morning. Accountability made me all the way uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm talking not mildly annoyed, uncomfortable. that kind of uncomfortable that make you pause. You feel me? And get that. I pause and I get that little tingly feeling. Yeah, that kind that make you defensive. Yeah. Because the truth of the matter is, man, that reaction, like that pause, those feelings, that tingling feeling, that that reaction, that discomfort, that resistance to accountability, and the body's physical reaction to accountability. You got to pay attention to that. And the reason why you got to pay attention to that ultimately is because that's where your growth is going to begin. Yeah, that's where your growth is going to begin. Man, let's get it.
One, two, I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up dailies, sip Baileys out the bottle and smoke.
Man, y'all already know. It ain't no conversation till we had an anthem. Salute to my brother King Vonnie 86, first in the building. What's up with you, family? Shout out to Mac of the South, man. What's up with you, bro? Coming in that second spot. He got his back. I gotta apologize to the Rumble family. I totally forgot to set up the Rumble show, man. Shout out to my Rumble family, man. We're gonna get it back right, get it tight. Salute to my brother AB. He ain't here under the Brick by Brick campaign. He got here the brick by brick and dice. Bricks and dice. That sound like a t-shirt. Salute to my brother K _ in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you, family. Shout out to old school Winston Lee. What's good with you, homie? Salute to you. Dirt Gang said, man, hit that like button, share, and sub, please. Salute to Thrive and Glow with Joe, my sister in the building. What's up with you, Joe? Hey. Salute to Big Daz Conky Dog, my BCU family in the building, man. Hey. What's up with you? Salute to my brother Boxing and Barbecue is in the building. What's up with you? Ooh, La La D sang, girl. It's a new day. Salute to my sister La La D. She said, crispy. What's up with you, loved one? Yes. Who I missed? Thrive and Glow with Joe said, am I late? No, ma'am. I was late. Salute to my sister Nella the Great, a.k.a. Kia Allen in the building. What's up with you? Tiffy 2, I see you in there hiding. What's up with you, Tiffy 2? Salute to you, love. Who'd I get? I got 4-ounce sniper in the building. I ain't see you in there. What's up with my brother 4-ounce sniper? Salute. 704 Joe in the building. Ooh, they came to get some of this soul. New day. AB, what's up with you, bro? It's a new. Did I miss K _ I don't see K _ yet. I mean, I know I was talking to him. New day. But they also be playing with my comments. It's a new. Salute to my brother K _ in the building. What's up with you, bro? New day. It's a new. Man, that feel good. New day. Salute to my brother Jared Evergreen. What's up with you, bro? It's a new. Man. New day. It's a new. Man, salute to the most intentional morning circle on the planet. I'm going to say this, man. Nobody got it like us. All right, so now I got you here. Now that you're here with me, man, let's talk about these badass egos, man. Let's talk about these badass egos. Now, not egos in the loud sense. We're not talking in the loud sense. We're not talking not arrogance, but protection. Protection. Egos, and nobody's probably ever said it to you like this. So leave it to the for us to have this conversation in the Black Coffee Club. But your ego protects the version of you that already exists. So you have a version of you that already exists. It's already here. You feel me? And your ego protects that version. You understand what I'm saying? It resists anything that threatens your already established identity. Y'all not like, you feel me? I'm really about to smack this mic off the stand and take off running. Like, this shit's over with. Like, we really don't even need to talk about nothing else today. You feel me? Because I just told you what your ego is. You got to think everything in your life, right? Think everything in your life, everything in your mind, like everything plays a role. And a lot of us are today years old when we realize the role that the ego actually plays. Your ego is there to protect your identity that you already established. And your ego resists anything that threatens your identity. That's why your ego can get so offensive and defensive. Like your ego, you get offended because of your ego, or you get defensive because of your ego, because your ego is there to protect the version of you that you've already established. And a lot of us, just to be clear, we worked hard to get here. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we come from places where we're the only one that decided to do this work. We're not supposed to be here. So many people that we love or were around or we grew up with, they're not here with us. Like, we did a whole lot of work. Like, you don't know the work that it took for me to get here. And so when you challenge that, my ego takes over, because I feel like at the end of the day, like, I'm dope as fuck. I'm dope as fuck. How dare you think and say that I need to do any more than I've already done, motherfucker? I'm dope. That's ego talking. A lot of times we cop please about our bullshit and so on and so forth. That's ego. So your ego is there, and the purpose of your ego is to protect your identity. And then accountability prances in this bitch like Trick Daddy at the AKA stage. Your ego comes prancing in. Not ego, I'm sorry. Your accountability comes prancing in. And accountability feels like a threat to identity. Let's decode that real quick. Accountability does not attack you. Accountability does not attack you. It corrects your behavior. But your ego hears you're wrong. Your ego hears you're wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That's what your ego hears. And that's why people get fuck people. That's why you get defensive. That's why you get defensive. That's why you try to explain. That's why you justify, minimize, rationalize your behavior. That's why. And it's not because you don't understand. It's because you feel exposed. Accountability makes you feel exposed. So let's make it real. Somebody points out inconsistency, and you automatically, the first thing you do is you feel irritated. You feel irritated. And it's not because they're wrong that you feel irritated, but because they're accurate. They're accurate, and you feel irritated. That's the ego's resistance. That's ego. That's ego. So if a motherfucker say something to you and you feel irritated, and it's not because they're wrong, but because they're actually accurate, but you still irritated, That's ego. Man, I hope this is helping. You feel me? Like, hopefully we getting you feel me? Hopefully you getting a breakthrough. This ain't church, but you feel me? Hopefully you getting a breakthrough. Be About a Farm said, I folded up my ego a couple years ago and put it in my back pocket, about 3 years ago. One of the best decisions I made in a long time. Yeah, 704 Joe said, nah, we ain't blaming Trick. Free my nigga Trick Daddy. They knew what they was getting into. That's a fact. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we making this, the irritation you feel, that's your ego, not because you're wrong, but because they accurate. That's your ego, and yes, your ego's resistant. So now I'm gonna ask you, where in your life do you feel defensive when correction shows up? Where in your life do you feel defensive when correction shows up? I got mine. You feel me? I got mine. And I'm not saying you get angry. I'm saying you get defensive. Where in your life do you feel defensive when correction shows up? And that is your ego protecting your comfort. You feel me? That is ego protecting your comfort. Nella said, I've been intentionally working on releasing ego for 8 months. Be About a Farm said, boy, that ego getting in the way like a motherfucker. Man, my ego stay in my way. And I'm gonna tell you one a place where I get defensive when correction shows up is parenting. Like this fatherhood shit, motherfuckers be pulling me up on, you know what I'm saying, on my fatherhood. Shit. My ego show up like a motherfucker. Like, how dare you? How dare you? You feel me? Yeah. But at the end of the day, to Nella and Be About a Farm's point, ego resistance delays your progress. Not forever, but it delays your progress. And it delays your progress not forever, but it delays it long enough for it to actually matter. The ego will get in your way like a mother. Yeah. 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 Big Dad says, I thought it was just me. It's my ego. JC, the storyteller in the building. What's up with you, homie? Salute, bro. I gotta call you. I don't want shit. I just want to hear your voice. You chicken tender eating motherfucker, you. Thrive and Glow with Joe says, as a single woman, I get defensive when people try to step into a role that is not theirs. What does that mean? A man come over there and try to take the trash out, you get mad. Like, don't be touching my trash, fool. I'm Thrive and Glow with Joe. What does that mean, Joe? Somebody try to pump your gas, you be like, get off me. I got the gas, sucker. What does that mean, Joe? When they try to step into a role that's not theirs. Lala D said, I have a friend in Miami. I suddenly went from a good friend to her best friend because her bestie insulted her motherhood. That ego. Her bestie pointed out some inconsistency in her motherhood, possibly, and she lost it. All right, man, let's talk about emotions. That's a good point and a good segue from Lala D. Thank you, Lala D. Let's talk about emotions real quick. Hopefully this is helping. Hit the like button, man. Thank y'all so much. And y'all can share. The share button is definitely open. You feel me? Hit the share button, man. Hit the like, man. Let's go ahead on it and do this work so I can get on with my day. But let's talk about emotions because accountability triggers emotions. Accountability will trigger your emotions. Frustration, embarrassment, irritation. You feel me? Sometimes even shame. All Thrive and Glow Joe has said, correct me. How dare you correct me? How dare you somebody correct you? That ain't your role to correct me. I'm a single woman. Oh, Joe. Well, hopefully this helps then, Joe. Because let's talk about your emotions because accountability triggers emotions. Frustration, embarrassment, irritation, sometimes even shame. I'm real big on the shame. But here's the misunderstanding that people tend to carry. Discomfort feels like failure when it's actually feedback. That discomfort that comes from accountability feels like failure when it's actually, truthfully, it's feedback. It's feedback. Now you gotta let that sit, let that sit. Discomfort isn't proof that you failing. You understand what I'm saying? It's not the proof that you're failing. It's just the proof that something needs adjustment, man, and that's valuable. That's valuable. Yeah, that's valuable. You gotta let that sit. You gotta let that sit, man. Discomfort is not failing. It's proof that something needs adjusting. That's valuable. It's not that ain't harmful. You understand what I'm saying? So let me make this real. I need you to, in your mind, just think about it real quick. And let's say you review your week and you notice you missed a couple commitments. You missed some commitments, right? Like you missed some shit. Now think about that for a second, right? Now, that feeling in your chest when you realize you didn't committed to some shit and you missed it, like that feeling in your chest, for me, it's always, oh, like that's the noise that goes with that feeling. When I look and I review my week and I'm like, oh, I missed a commitment or I missed an appointment. Duh. But that feeling in your chest, like that tension, that irritation, that's not failure, right? That is the official arrival of awareness. The official arrival of awareness. Oh, that is the official arrival of awareness. And awareness says, hey, hey. And that's the beginning of growth. That's a point of growth. So let me ask you this in your real life. In your real life. I don't need a question. But do you run from the uncomfortable truth or do you sit with it long enough to learn? And when I say run with it, you know what I mean? Like you file it away and you try to forget about it or do you sit with it long enough to learn? Because most people move too fast. You understand what I'm saying? They're faced with that. They react, they explain, they defend, they rationalize, minimize, justify instead of listening. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've ended a lot of relationships based on how people handle an uncomfortable truth. You understand what I'm saying? So if you my friend and we friends, right? And I'm it's like this with me, kid, right? I love hard than a bitch. I don't know no other way. And it's people that I no longer even speak to, and I still love them. You feel me? It's motherfuckers I'm from the sandbox with, ain't talked to in years. We ain't danced in years. I love them. I don't know no other way. If I ever loved you, I'm gonna love you forever. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even speak to them. You understand what I'm saying? And um, I have ended relationships though because of the way a person handles the truth. You understand what I'm saying? And if a person is unable to listen, like if I say something to you about the way that I feel, and you are not able to sit with that and adjust accordingly, then we can't be in a relationship where we exchange. Because if I'm bringing that to you, that means that there's a lack of reciprocity. You understand what I'm saying? So like, if I got a friend and I'm like, hey, cuz, you not rocking with me like I rock with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't carry it for me like I carry it for you. I have a very strong traumatic response to that. You understand what I'm saying? And my traumatic response to that, and I've dissected this in my brain because I've worked on myself, right? And my traumatic response to that is if you don't rock with me like I rock with you, then you're willing to accept you're willing to accept from me but not give. You understand what I'm saying? And so you're willing to accept what I have to offer, but you're not willing to offer anything in exchange for what you've accepted from me. And so in my mind, that means you're trying to play me. You understand what I'm saying? And one of my biggest issues in life, in my personal life, one of my biggest issues is people trying to get on me, or ultimately the thought that people are operating on a intelligence level that's higher than mine, or people thinking I'm stupid. Let me say it that way. Like, that's a big one for me. Like, a motherfucker think I'm stupid, you got to be out your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to be out your mind. You feel me? Because I didn't already assessed, thought about, man, I didn't already burnt bridges, and I'm standing on the motherfucker smiling like and laughing like I didn't already done it. In my mind, I didn't assess situations. I didn't assess you. I didn't I didn't analyze this. I didn't analyze these exchanges. So I thought about it. And so if I ever get to the point, because usually the things I'll do, especially if I love you, I'll hold on and I'll look. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll get to a point of eventually, if I get to the point of I'm saying this to you, then if I'm talking to you, then this is something we need to address. It's when I get to the point of not talking anymore, that's when it's you feel me? But my big thing for me is like exchange and reciprocity. And so now I realize this. So in relationships, there's reciprocity. Like there has to be. You feel me? There has to be. And that's the way I'm coded in the way that I operate. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's simple. Like it's simple for me. It's simple. And if I bring that to you and you react negatively, you explain, you defend, you rationalize, justify, minimize instead of actually listening and making the adjustments, we can't be friends. Man, I love you, but you got to go the fuck over there. And you got to be over there forever. I'm sick like that. Yeah. Yeah. If I say something to you about something you're doing and your response is to talk to me about what I'm doing instead of acknowledging what I'm saying to you, yeah, you got to go the fuck over there. Yeah. So that's a big one. So so to go back to the point, you got to understand the emotional reactions to your ego can cost you everything, because I'm going to say this. This is not the time in the world and in life to be fumbling friends like me. And I can honestly, wholeheartedly say that. No ego involved. You do not want to fumble a motherfucking friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like me. Believe it. Hey, man. Growth requires you to listen, not react. Land of the 216, what's up with you, homie? Big Rob in the building. What's up with you? All right, man. So now I got to talk about growth itself. We got to get the hell out of here, man. I got to talk about growth itself, because this is where we misunderstand the process. Growth feels heavy before it feels natural. A lot of us are in places now where growth is starting to feel natural, but growth feels heavy far before it feels natural. You understand what I'm saying? Far before it feels natural. Salute, Justin Cash. Cash in the super chat, man. Salute to you, family. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. I really, truly do. Nah, man, growth feels before it feels natural. It's heavy. That's law. You feel me? Not opinion. That's law. Progress feels awkward as hell, man. Before it feels automatic, it's awkward. New habits feel unnatural. New discipline, it feels uncomfortable. New structure, it feels restrictive. You feel me? It feels restrictive until it becomes your identity. Until it becomes your identity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man, I wish I could go. Like, I'm trying to keep it to a certain level, man. I try to be cool. You understand what I'm saying? I try to be cool, man, but like, I don't know, man. Man, I'm gonna stop, man. It's Trouble Man Tuesday, so I really be wanting to go off the chain. But I know how y'all get, man, and this stuff get off the chain and it go off the chain. Like, yeah, like, man, like be about it farms, bro. Remember when you decided, man, you want to chase them hoes no more? Like, man, I ain't chasing these hoes no more, man. It's over with. You feel me? I'm chilling. Man, I ain't out here on these, man. I'm chilling, man. I ain't out here on these wags no more, man. I'm cool. It felt restrictive. It's uncomfortable. You feel me? Nah, man, that new structure of, man, I ain't responding to that. Man, I ain't talking to man, I ain't going to here. I ain't going there. Nah, it's restrictive. I told y'all I'm absolutely in love with the night air. The night air is a problem for me. I have to be intentional with that night air because it's addictive. Salute to my brother, King Vonnie, man, with the super sticker. Salute, family. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. It's restrictive until it becomes your identity. When you say you're going to start eating right, it's restrictive until it becomes an identity. Yeah. Let me make it practically applicable. Think about the first time you really, truly, wholeheartedly took ownership of something. You took ownership of something and it felt absolutely uncomfortable. It felt absolutely uncomfortable. And not because it was wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar. Nah, man, you are stepping into responsibility. Go back to that first car. Remember you got your first car? And you went from borrowing your parents' car to now you got your first car, and you step into it was uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. You just like, ooh, I mean, you happy, but it's uncomfortable because this is a new level of responsibility. Ownership is a new level of responsibility, and it feels uncomfortable. It's unfamiliar. And that shift actually feels heavy. Yeah. Yeah. AB says it was uncomfortable because motherfuckers steal shit all over you, even when you're accountable. And see, that's it, bro. You have to put space between you and people that shit on you. That feeling of people shitting on you, gotta put space between y'all. You gotta put space. You gotta give people space. You gotta give people space. But that shift into responsibility feels heavy, bro. It feels heavy. Like it's all I can tell you, man, is heavy. Kid said, I decided a few years ago to stop being a victim. That accountability was traumatizing to understand that that you're saying that I allowed things to happen. That's a bad motherfucker right there. That's a bad motherfucker right there. I'm a gong that too. I was trying to get over here and gong. Salute to my brother AB for the super sticker, man. Salute to you, family. Thank you. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. But when you make that shift from a victim to realizing that you were a willing vessel, maybe even the perpetrator, maybe even the conduit. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Man, y'all got me cussing too much. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not even it's isolation too, Dev, but it's isolation. You got to isolate yourself from the bullshit, but then you got to get around people. You got to get around people, bro, because you got to understand the motherfuckers that are shitting on you are not accountable themselves, because accountability doesn't move like that. You feel me? Like I'm so busy holding myself accountable that I can't possibly shit on you. And that's why people feel comfortable talking to me about their shortcomings, because at the end of the day, I'm results driven. Like, I am trying to produce results, and I am so busy trying to hold myself accountable in everything. I hold myself accountable. So what do I look like shitting on somebody because of their shortcomings? No, sir. No, sir. But this was a turning point for me. And that is the fact that comfort is going to keep you the same. Discomfort is going to move you forward. That's simple. And that's the trade. No punishment is just movement. Yeah. Now you got to ask yourself, because we always got to bring it into 2026, what discomfort have you been avoiding that could actually move your life forward? What discomfort have you been avoiding, Big Dez, that can actually move your life forward? Yeah. Thrive and Glow with Joe said, yes, owning, I put myself through the BS of that marriage was tough to realize, but was eventually empowering. Was not easy. Was not easy. You got to own it. Yeah. Be About a Farm said, it's lonely to get used to it. You'll eventually find your people. You're going to find your tribe. That's just given. You're going to find your tribe. When you're doing the work on yourself, you're going to find your tribe. You're going to find your tribe. What discomfort have you been avoiding that could actually move your life forward? Not traumatic discomfort, but just daily discomfort. The routine discomfort. The discomfort of actually getting your ass up and stretching, getting your ass up and doing yoga, getting your ass up doing Pilates, going and walking that mile every day. You understand what I'm saying? Eating like you got some sense. No eating after 5:00 p.m. What discomfort? Be About a Farm said that discomfort is like stepping on hot coals. Them shits will get your ass moving. Yeah. Yeah. Lala D said networking more. She needs to network more. And Lala D, I bet you a hell of a networker too. I bet you a hell of a networker. I really truly do. I'll tell you why, but that's a conversation for us. That's a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Big Day, it's like doing your taxes. For all my, yeah, doing your taxes. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want y'all to think I'm the police. I ain't the Jakes. I ain't the Jakes. All right, man. Y'all know what I'm moving towards. Y'all know what I'm moving towards, because we got to get to the identity layer, because accountability becomes power when it becomes your identity. Not reaction, identity. Let me say this clearly. Disciplined people don't wait to feel uncomfortable. They move because it's required. Disciplined people don't wait to feel uncomfortable. Or excuse me, they don't wait to feel comfortable. They move because it's required. Not emotional, structural, identity driven. And that's when the accountability will shift from, like we talked about yesterday, it shifts from something that I do to who I am. Accountability is just who I am. Nella, accountability is just who I am. It's just who you are. You feel me? Lala, accountability is just who you are. King Vonnie, it's just who you are. Be About it Farms, it's just who you are. Accountability is just who you are. It becomes your identity. And discomfort stops feeling threatening. You feel me? And it starts feeling more instructive. Like when I'm uncomfortable about something, I don't feel threatened. I have to start figuring things out, and it becomes more instructive. It's like direction, not criticism. It's direction. You feel me? And where you are right now in your life, just think about it. Do you see discomfort as danger or direction? And if it feels like danger, then I need you to start thinking about ways that you can adjust your thought process and get to the point where it feels like direction, because that difference shapes everything. When you look at discomfort as danger, or if you look at it as direction, that shapes everything. Direction is going to build your momentum. Danger is going to build avoidance. Like you're going to avoid. We avoid shit that's dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? And avoidance is the stuff that's going to keep you stuck. Now, if you absolutely where you at, where you want to be right now, then cool. But if you're trying to get to something different, avoidance is going to keep you stuck. My brother Dad said procrastination. Yeah. All right. Let me get, okay. Lala D said, crispy, it can be worked on with the smallest things. If you keep walking past a piece of paper in a corner on the floor, ask yourself why you're comfortable with it still there. Pick it up. Lala D just dropped a motherfucking bar. Why are you comfortable with that shit just there on the floor? Why are you comfortable with that on the floor? You understand what I'm saying? Why are you comfortable just walking past something that's in disarray? And you all in my office, Lala D, because I need to go clean my office up. And I'm gonna clean my office this week. I'm not gonna say it today, but I'm gonna get my office clean today, this week. And I'm gonna send y'all pictures in the Simple Truth Network. I ain't sending it just any old where. I'm gonna clean my office up there because my office is in utter disarray. And I ripped it all apart, getting them taxes done, but it's been ripped apart, just period. And I'm tired of my office being in disarray. I'm gonna clean my office up and out because I got a lot of shit I got to get out of there. And Lala D just said, Crispy, why are you comfortable walking around there with your office looking like that? Why are you got to ask yourself, clean it up. That's what she said. Clean it up. Clean it up. I've already asked y'all about accountability and when it made you uncomfortable last. I'll ask you again if you didn't answer it to yourself. When did accountability last made you uncomfortable? What was the last time accountability made you uncomfortable? Be honest, not polished, honest. And what correction have you resisted recently? Correction from yourself, correction from somebody else. What correction have you resisted recently? Not ignored it, resisted. King Vonnie said yesterday. Yeah. What correction have you resisted? Not ignored, but you resisted it. That matters. And then the big one, once again, what discomfort are you avoiding right now that would move your life forward if you faced it? Big Dad said procrastination. What discomfort would you are you avoiding right now that would move your life forward if you faced it? Sit with that. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, avoidance delays growth and ownership accelerates it. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm struggling with, and I'm resisting. I am resisting that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, like, period, point blank, all day, every day. I am supposed to be creating self-mastery content. I'm supposed to be having wraparound content. I am supposed to have people in the Simple Truth Network buying and selling books, engaging in seminars and classes. That this is the only thing that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm struggling with that. And I'm struggling with building out and finishing, because it's already built, but the finishing and promoting of that ecosystem. Like, literally, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm struggling with that, and I'm resisting it. And if I bit down and I committed myself 100% to this, that this is going to exceed my wildest dreams with regard to what I needed to produce. Because what my mind says is, nah, bruh, I still gotta get on this van. You feel me? I still gotta move this freight. I still gotta, I'm still doing stuff to keep this bread flowing. And I am resisting 100% immersing myself in this. I don't think I've shared that with anybody. That's the discomfort that I'm avoiding right now. And I know that if I faced it, it would move my life. I can't even explain what it would do. Yeah. So there you have it. Dad says, so that means you will hire people and become the CEO over all your businesses, fam. Yeah, man. Because because what we do, there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. And what I'm actually doing and what I've built, like the work that's already done, there's nothing else like it. And I am resisting the discomfort of immersing myself in it. That's the truth. I just shared that with you all. Hopefully that helps you. So let's bring this home. Accountability is not comfortable, because I just held myself accountable with that. Accountability is not comfortable, not always, not immediately. But comfort is not the goal. Correction is. Discomfort isn't punishment. It is the correction in progress, man. And that's the shift. Not emotional, structural. Yeah. Structural. And for me, I always be giving y'all assignment. Today, I want you to notice one uncomfortable truth about yourself. One uncomfortable truth. Don't explain it. Don't defend it. Just examine it and learn from it. Examine it and then learn what you can from it. Because the fact is, man, growth begins where our comfort ends. Yeah. Remember this, if accountability feels uncomfortable, you're probably moving in the right direction, man. If accountability feels uncomfortable, you're probably moving in the right direction. All right, y'all, man. Y'all finish our coffee on the day. Have a powerful day, man. Salute to you all. Thank you all so much, man, for taking the time to tune in. The most consistent morning circle on the planet, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all, man. This show is brought to you by the Black Gentleman Grooming Company. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted grooming products specifically with you in mind. So be sure to come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. That's www.theblackgent.com, man. It will hurt. And I hurt myself. I ain't even finna sit here and lie to you. I just hurt myself with what I said. I hurt myself. I got a boo-boo. Now I got to go sit down and think about myself. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Peace isn't given, it's governed. This is Junior the Truth signing off, giving you a daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice until it looks like a paradise, man. I'm on Higher Born, Player Made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Yes, all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be your swagger, your style, class, and luxury. We make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black Company. Grooming Company. Give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. luxury, yeah.
Located at www.patterns.It.